The defensive Bafana Bafana have been knocked out of the AFCON by a clinical Cameroonian side. From the onset, we could see that the two teams had two totally different approaches, with Bafana Bafana opting for the more defensive approach by starting 5 defenders, 2 defensive midfielders, as well as 3 attacking players. Cameroon on the other side, they had a different approach by looking to take the game to Bafana Bafana by having a 4 in the back, 3 up in the midfield, and as well as 3 up front. Now, if you're going to approach the game with a defensive approach like Hugo Bros, there's only one thing that is going to happen. You are going to get punished and you are going to invite pressure. And at this stage and at this level, the quality is too much for you to be able to absorb the pressure for 90 minutes. We saw that in the beginning of the game, Bafana Bafana was able to control the game in the first 20 minutes by creating opportunities. But what we should not be fooled out by the opportunities that were created by Bafana Bafana is that most of these opportunities were created by the long ball over the top, looking for the front 3. Bafana Bafana were not able to take those opportunities early in the game, as we saw that early one-on-one by Aurelien Mofokeng. The quality of the Cameroonian side showed through 20 minutes into the game when Ungezana had the ball in control, where Bafana Bafana were controlling the game. Because he's not as comfortable, he gives the ball away, and then from that ball being given away, we get punished. After that, the game was always going to be difficult for Bafana Bafana because now they're on the back foot, and their initial plan of holding Cameroon out for the first half, or let me rather, for the first part of the game had not worked out. Now, if you've got 7 defensive midfielders and it is still in the first half, it's going to be very difficult for you to be able to continue. That is why we saw that the remainder of the first half, Bafana Bafana were not really able to penetrate Cameroon. Getting back into the second half, we saw Cameroon coming out of the starting blocks even even better than they had started in the first half, whereby they had scored in the first 5 minutes. 2-0 down in the second half. Bafana Bafana at this point, it was clear that what was coming their way. Even though Bafana Bafana had gone down 2-0 at that point, Hugo Bros still insisted with a more defensive play, rather changing a like-for-like player instead of changing the formation, because they had still remained with the 2 defensive midfielders and 5 defenders at the back. Now, on my side, I believe that Hugo Bros was being selfish for Bafana Bafana. I feel that he used this tournament for himself rather than looking at what the team needed. He looked at dragging the game to extra time, where he was hoping that Urowan would be able to pull something out for Bafana Bafana like he did in the last AFCON. In my approach, that was not the correct approach, and that is defensive football, and that is why we were punished. We saw that when Bafana Bafana were able to get the ball, is that they did not know what to do with the ball, and we saw them control the ball, but they were not able to penetrate Cameroon. I've got to congratulate Cameroon on the shape that they showed. They didn't show panic too much, because all they did at this point is that they were trying to see the game through and controlling the game by just shifting. To the naked eye, it would seem that Bafana Bafana were getting back into the game after they had gone 2-0 down, but I do not believe this, because at this point, Cameroon were just looking to get through. By keeping the same shape, Uproos meant that even though he had brought on players who were more attacking, the players that were brought on, they were not able to change the game because of the shape. If you're only going to attack with 3 players, it doesn't matter who you bring on. Those are not enough players to go against a defense who are trying to defend and get through to the last 8. I believe that if we are going to go for time and time again, we've seen in this tournament that when Bafana Bafana is allowed to play, they are able to create opportunities and score. The pressure that was applied by Bafana Bafana at the end is not something that we do not know that Bafana Bafana can do. I just believe that it is something that the players should be allowed to do more often. By having a defensive approach, Bafana Bafana will not be able to go forward. Bafana Bafana naturally, those are not defensive type. We are not a defensive nation. The only way for us to play is by attacking football. And if it means that attacking football we are going to lose, we need to play the attacking football. Because we've seen that throughout this tournament, we've been playing defensive football, but in all the games we have conceded. We also need to look at a centre-back pairing. You do not need 3 centre-backs to take care of the strikers. We just need the correct centre-back to take care of the striker. And then also moving to midfield, I would like to compliment Umukwena as well as Obas for giving us shape yesterday. Even though that I felt that we were lacking one man less in the midfield, that's why we were not able to progress the play. Going forward, I would like to see Bafana Bafana have a more attacking approach. There's no need for us to be defensive. And then if teams are going, with the way football is going, everybody is playing attacking football. And the team that is going to win the tournament is the team that is going to play the most attacking football. Again, I'll say that Upworth, he was selfish in this tournament. I feel that he used it for himself, where he was just looking to go out of the AFCON by having won the AFCON, regardless of the way that he played. And it might sound a bit controversial for me, but I would rather prefer that Bafana Bafana do not win playing this way. Because if they win playing this way, we will believe that they are doing the right thing. If we are going to win, if we're going to play football in South Africa, we need to do it the right way by playing attacking football, because we've got more than enough quality. If you agree with the video, please, if you agree with the video, disagree with the video, have any comments on the video, or just want to share your views, please do give me your comments in the comments section, and then we can discuss it. Thank you.